Welcome to Wyoming. I think this state has some of the most beautiful views of anywhere in America. Just look at this incredible sky that we shot on our drive in today. But when it comes to how much money people are paid, the minimum wage here is not above the federal level of $7.25. But now you factor in the high inflation we're seeing, and the value of that pay is at its lowest point since the 1950s. For as much as we look to numbers to gauge inflation's impact, they can miss the human element. Right now, we're trying to meet up with a man named Charles who works two jobs. We're actually waiting outside of his second job, and we're trying to catch him on his way in after he's already worked a full day. And what time did you get up this morning?
I was up at 5:30.
5:30, and then what time will we go to bed?
Time I get out of here, I'll be home around 11:30, so around between 12 and 1. I
only had a few minutes with Charles Waddy before he had to go back to work. Work is what he does more than 60 hours every week.
Wow, you must be exhausted by the end of
it. Oh, yes.
He doesn't have a cell phone right now. He's doing that to save money. Like many Americans, inflation is forcing him to make difficult decisions.
It's just crazy how everything expanded up. You know, rent, gas, you know, especially food. You know, there's a lot of people, you know, like me, sometimes I'll go to churches to get food.
How much between two jobs does that bring in for you?
Not enough. I'll just put it that way, not enough.
While neither of his jobs pay just minimum wage, his home state of Wyoming is one of 20 that haven't raised it above the federal level of $7.25.
It was supposed to be designed to be a living wage. And right now, you can barely live on it.
For as complicated as interviews about the economy can be,
I don't know, I can't get it all out in like nice 30-second answers, but yeah.
Economist Nick Kolsch tries to keep it simple. I wanted to talk to him because he's a college professor who used to work minimum wage jobs.
It's heartbreaking. Like, I don't know, I think if you give up 40 hours a week, you should be able to live. Right? You should have the other 128 a week to yourself.
While the federal minimum wage has stayed at $7.25 an hour for 13 years, inflation has gone up 38%. That means $7.25 today pretty much gets you what $4.50 did the last time it was raised in 2009.
There should be no reason that if prices are going to increase year over year, that the very minimum standard that we allow people to work for also doesn't rise with it.
President Biden proposed raising the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour. Republican lawmakers countered with a proposal to raise it to $10 an hour. There are concerns many people would lose their jobs because businesses won't be able to handle higher wages. Although only about 1.5% of American workers actually work $7.25 an hour jobs, Nick says that number sets a baseline for what's considered good pay.
There are a lot of people who are 3 bad months away from being homeless than there are 3 good months away from being a millionaire.
While D.C. lawmakers debate which numbers and rates work best for the economy moving forward.
When I wake up early in the morning, you need that thing to like get you going. I mean, what's your first thought when you get up in the morning and that alarm goes off?
I'm up doing it what I do every day for my family. That's what keeps me motivated and keep me going.
Across the country, there are people like Charles.
Appreciate it so much, Charles.
Who work far more than a 9 to 5 just to get by.